Hi guys, welcome back to Kevin Creates. Today's video is going to be setting up my new Plum Paper planner. I decided to swap out my horizontal priorities in the A5 to the vertical priorities in the 7x9. As you can see, there's not a huge difference in sizes, but it's enough of a difference that I would like the extra space in the 7x9. I think this was my first, maybe second A5 that I got from Plum. I probably won't be getting that size again unless I was to do like a daily spread, but for these weekly ones, I need a little bit more space. So we're gonna get right into it. I haven't done anything in my planner yet other than put my name on that first page. And so the first thing I wanna set up is going to be my life categories. So I think I went over this in my intro video when I was kind of showing you the layout that I chose for my Plum planner, as a little bit of the customization that you can do when you get into the Plum planners. What I personally use the ideas, plans, and goals pages for are literally what I call my life categories. So they're the different areas of life that I want to focus on. So we've got health, fitness. I do consider those to be two different things. I've got relationships, finances, career, business. Again, business and career are two different things for me. I have a career that I'm working right now, but I'm also working towards my own business. We also have personal development, home or environment. We've got fun and recreation, service and contribution, soul food, and outer shell. So I'm not gonna transfer all of the goals over from the last one because goals change, man. Even in the run of like the last 4 months, 5 months, my goals have definitely changed a little bit, and I've been kind of knocking off the ones that I did complete already. But I'm gonna at least get the categories down. So again, we're just gonna do the initial setup for here today. Okay, so now we have all of our categories down. I did just quickly go back over and make the lettering a little bit more bold. So I'll give you just some quick examples of some of the stuff that I did have from those different categories, just in case you decided that maybe you wanted to do something similar. All right, so for like health, for me, that's things like making sure that I stay a non-smoker. Right now it's going to be like maintaining being a vegetarian because that's what I'm focusing on. I do want to lose a little bit of weight, so I have that on there. That will carry over. Another health thing that I did put down was like monthly massages, which I've been fucking slacking on actually. So again, this is kind of why it's nice to revisit this, and I clearly have not been doing that as often as I should. So I'm going to carry that one over. I do want to get more massages. Massages are good for the body, and if you have health benefits, you might as well use it because it's free, man. So fitness, like I said, that one's a little bit different for me. So for my fitness, that for me is more so actual physical goals. So I want to be able to run a half marathon distance. So that's going to go under my fitness goal. There's a certain full body workout program that I want to be able to run through by like one of the coaches that I really, really like. So I want to make sure that I get through all 3 phases of his program. I want to learn to run outside so that I can do that half marathon kind of thing. So that's where I differentiate between the health and the fitness. Again, you don't have to do any of this. The world is your oyster, but I really like kind of breaking it down, and those are the ways that I break those two down. For relationships, I would like to start dating, so I did put that one down for 2024 goal. I probably will carry that one over, but I've got things like friendship dates, so I want to spend more time going on dates with my friends. I want to go visit my aunt in Alberta. I try to do that at least once a year, so that stuff kind of falls under the relationships. Okay, so for finances, that's things like savings goals, paying off certain debt. For me, I wanted to catch up on my taxes and find a new accountant because my accountant last year ghosted me, didn't file my shit. It was a whole thing. So I did actually manage to get those things highlighted and checked off. I did get that done already, which is kind of nice. So I won't carry that over. Maybe I'll pick some different finance goals. So for me, for career is literally kind of like I'm gonna call it my day job. I work in a mine right now. I've been doing FIFO for the last decade, so fly in, fly out. So my career right now is actually maintenance planner. I moved from being a mechanic, like on the tools, into kind of the background actual planning, which is pretty fucking perfect considering my love of all things planners and planning. So for me, for career, that's a huge one, is creating more work-life balance, and consistently. I'm not good at that. We'll get into that in future videos maybe, but I find it extremely hard to figure out the work-life balance, especially doing the rotational work. And I do want to take one course to upskill as a planner. So I'm actually looking at some maintenance management courses. I think that might be the route that I take this year to kind of progress. As for business, so business is actually what my personal business is going to be. So I have an online course that I want to finish. I want to get sample creation done, and I want to get my startup launch and roadmap done. That's going to carry over for sure. I don't know how it's May already, and I haven't, I haven't made things happen on the business front, and I need to get that shit on the go. On the other side, we have personal development. So for me, that's things like therapy. I want to learn Spanish. I want to practice a growth mindset. I want to develop my public speaking skills. So I feel like those are all things that kind of fall under personal development. For the home and environment, I want to explore where I live. I don't spend a whole lot of time out and about, either in my city or in my province. And that's something that I want to do more of this year. So that's under there. And I also want to start designing my dream home. So I'm hoping someday in the future, I'll be able to do more than scrape by affording rent in Halifax and be able to actually build my dream home. So I do want to start getting that kind of stuff done, stuff that matters when it comes to a home, things that I like and don't like and wants and needs. And that's kind of a creative thing for me too. So I think that'll be kind of fun. So that's going to carry over for home and environment, literally home. Haha. We have fun and recreation. So I want to take 2 international trips. It's May and I haven't taken any this year yet. Last year I was supposed to go to London. I booked a solo trip to London. I ended up having to cancel it. So I think maybe I'm going to try for London this year, and then I would like to go down south in the winter because it's just such a nice, like, relax, wind down. Where I work, it's like -60 during the winter, so it's really, really nice to not be in the North Pole for a week and just kind of relax. So that's going to carry over for my fun and recreation. Monthly YouTube. I love doing YouTube. I have a different channel. It's for like my life as a woman in trades. I have been so uninspired for the last year with it. Like I just haven't wanted to create any content for it. Life has just been last year was really, really, really rough year. So I want to get back into that. And actually this channel now is going to super, super help with that because I love doing my planners. I love doing art. It's stuff that I do anyway. So I'm actually very excited to kind of share that and hopefully inspire other people the way that these kinds of channels inspire me. So with that, right into there, I want to do more drawing and painting and sculpting. I really like working in 3D. That's kind of my jam. I'm a lot more talented when it comes to the 3D kind of stuff. So I'd like to do more of that. I got my dive course, like scuba diving course and certification years and years ago now. And I want to do a refresher course on that because I'd like to go diving. So I feel like that's a good fun and recreation one. I would really like to go to a Raptors game in Toronto. So that's on my hit list for the year. And I wanted to go to an NHL game. I did actually do that already. I went to see the Canadiens in Montreal before a shift a couple rotations ago. So that was very cool. So I got to cross that one off my list. There's not a whole lot crossed off here, man. Again, goals can change. This is why I also like that this is like ideas, plans, and goals because nothing is really set in stone and it does kind of, every month I'll come back and try to look at this to see what I want to pull into the month, what things I want to focus on, and again, what stuff really doesn't matter anymore. Like it's going to change. That's life. Service and contribution. So women in trades community, that's a big thing for me. As a woman in trades, I really want to get out there and be able to support more women in trades and provide advice and a safe space and all of the good things. So I feel like that's a big one for me for service contribution. And I'd like to look into volunteering at an old folks home. I lost all of my grandparents now last year. I lost my last living grandparent, and that's something I'm really, really going to miss, is going to visit them. So I think what I would like to do is spend some of my spare time maybe going to visit other seniors that like perhaps don't have family in the area, or people don't really come to visit them, or they just want to have a young buck to sit and listen to their stories. I love listening to people's stories. So that's going to carry over. Let's see if maybe there's some more stuff I can add to the service and contribution as we go. Okay, next category is soul food. So this one I think I lightly touched on in my last video when I was showing you kind of my daily setup, my daily log. For me, soul food is anything that's kind of good to me on the inside. So that's not necessarily like a learning thing. That's not something for my brain. It's something literally for me and my soul that makes me feel good. So daily meditation, I use the Headspace app. I've been using that for 7 years, some crazy amount of time anyway. I love Headspace. If y'all want to go ahead and sponsor this channel, we would love that because we love you. But that goes into my soul food because I do try to do daily meditation with them. They've got a lot of really good courses that I try to do. Another one for slow food was to travel internationally. So I know that that kind of ties in with the fun and recreation, but for me, experiencing a different culture, immersing myself in a different culture, that sings to my soul, that feeds my soul. I went to Ireland a couple years ago and just every little bit of it, oh my God, every little bit of that trip was just so nourishing for me. So I think that international travel follows under my soul food. It's kind of a non-negotiable. I want to go explore and see the big wide world, man. And then another one that I had that I will carry over is practicing breath work. I found, especially since I quit smoking, my automatic response to like stress or anger or frustration is to do box breaths. So I want to continue to make sure I'm practicing my breath work. I want to make sure that that stays my like automatic response to things. And then the last one that we have is outer shell. I literally called it outer shell because I couldn't think of like any other way to kind of summarize the stuff that I wanted to put on there. But I want to accessorize my outfits more. I would like to wear makeup 3 times a week when I'm on my days off. I want to become confident full time. I think that a lot of people can relate to confidence being a bit of an issue. We will not even get into how crazy social media is these days and the comparison and like reaching for constant perfection, which is absolutely unattainable because AI, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I do feel good when I can put like a nice outfit together, or I can put on a little bit of makeup, even if it's just like brows and mascara. It just makes me feel a little bit put together, and that's something that I love doing. And also, makeup is art, man. Makeup is art. So we want to be doing more art, right? Self-care Sundays, that is a non-negotiable for me. I do without fail. I don't think I've missed a lot of them, to be honest, since I started a couple years ago. I love my self-care Sundays. So that's one that kind of goes to the outer shell because that's a lot of my skincare stuff. That's, I call them my like R&R days. I do retinol and retainers Wednesdays and Sundays, or if I'm traveling on a Wednesday, then it's Thursdays and Sundays. But that comes down to some of my self-care. And I do find like a lot of the self-care stuff is like face masks, bubble baths, things like that. Things that are good for the outer shell, which in turn is good for the inner. We have, okay, I do have one there. Dress as though we're meeting the Italians for dinner and drinks at least once a month. So when I went away this year with my best friend, we went down to the Dominican. We met some really, really cool Italians from Toronto, actually. So I do love that whenever you go away, you always meet somebody from home. It's such a small world. But anyway, we would all like, obviously Canadians, we'd get up, get dolled up and we'd meet up and we'd go to dinner together. And my best friend and I loved that. We loved like the whole process of like choosing the outfit, doing the hair, doing the makeup, and then just kind of like feeling our best and putting our best foot forward. So that is something that I am also going to transfer over. I want to keep doing that. And that is ideas, plans, and goals portion. So I won't do this on camera because that will take far too long. I've already kind of explained to you what I'm thinking about doing for those. And I'm not sure what I want to do for my notes page on this one yet. I always choose a word of the year. So I'd say probably since like 2016, 2017, it's been years and years and years. I've been choosing a word of the year. So like what do I want that year to represent, or what do I want to happen during that year? Use it however you want. My word of the year for 2024, it was expansion. So I chose a quote, I chose ways that I want to practice expansion or what expansion is going to mean to me, and I chose another quote. I'm not great at like the super fancy designing and the super artistic stuff, like bullet journaling. I love the idea of, I love looking at other people's stuff. I cannot be arsed to do it, man. I am artistic and I'm creative, but to a certain extent, and that is just not my jam. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to using like stickers and washi tape and shit like that, and then maybe doing occasional doodles, but mostly it's basic bitch like this. So anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna carry my word of the year over here again. We had a little bit of bleed through from that fountain pen, which I love, by the way. There's so many different cool fucking pens you can use for life, period. But I found these really, really dope disposable fountain pens on Amazon. It might be my favorite things to write with. I love my writing in the fountain pen. Anyway, it bled through a little bit there. So I don't know what we're gonna do with this page yet. We haven't decided, but I used to do word of the year on that main page because usually I do like a January to December, but we changed our mind in April here. So here we go. Okay. We need to set up, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We need to set up our highlights, our dashboard, as it were. And I'll show you a little bit of what I was doing for them before. So like I said, I've got that little Canon Ivy that came from my mom. I have to do some more stickers. That'll be, maybe next time I do them, I'll do a video. I'll do a video to show you in case you've never used one yourself. But for this actually came from our trips. That's the Italians that we met. That's me and my best friend. That's just some happy memories. That's our resort. So I just kind of wanted to stick it in there. I did use those main ones for like my goals. So it's practice gratitude daily, establish healthy routines, and maintain vacations, self-love levels. So I have to say that vacation, man, oh man, we were just feeling really good and like confident. There was no, yeah, it was just dope. It was really, really dope. I really, really liked how I felt about myself on that trip. So I wanted to maintain that for the month of January. I did little mini goals. I wanted to save $1,000. I wanted to lose some weight. Nah. Tarot pole therapy and start Dominican coasters. We stole a bunch of pool tiles from the pool that was falling apart. So we were gonna make some like fun memorabilia coasters and stuff. I never got around to it. And also those tiles fucking stank because that pool stunk. But anyway, that's what I was doing for some of my dashboards there. Same thing for February. So that one I did another couple goals. I had my mini goals, my puppy, me and my bestie when we were down there, birthdays. So it was my bestie's birthday. It was my birthday. I had a bunch of events. There was a ton of shit going on in February. So you could tell that I was obviously home for a good chunk of February. I had my goals to eat adequate protein, run a 10K, pay off credit card. It always feels good when I actually do get those done. I need to start, I would like to put my goals somewhere else too so that I can kind of like check off as I go or maybe add them somewhere. Maybe that's what I'll do. You know what? Friends, I think we just had a brainchild. So fuck the special dates. I might bring the goals over that I accomplished. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna white that out on that bad boy and I might bring over the goals that I complete. I think that'd be kind of fun. Anyway, that's what we were doing for our dashboard. So I am gonna do something similar for May. Let us see, because again, for this, we can pretty much just like transfer a lot of this over. I don't know where the time goes. I don't understand how it's fucking May already. Also, I didn't realize this. They use the same colors for every single one. That's very consistent. That's handy. Fun. Okay. 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab the pen that I know actually works for this. I think other reviewers have touched on this. If you've never had a Plum Paper planner, you can kind of see, this is where I'm actually like happy for the shine of the ring light. You can see the sheen on this. So it's just kind of a weird, yeah, can you like, you can hear that, right? It's like a weird textured paper. So normal pens smudge like a motherfucker on these. But for Christmas, my mom gets me the best gifts, man. And she gets me the best stationery gifts. So she got me a Gold Spot pen, Tornado exclusive by Retro 51. Oh my God, I can't read to save my life, obviously. Are you gonna come into focus? Yeah. Okay, so this is the case that it came in. Super pretty, super, super pretty. But Retro 51, I think, is the brand of the pens. Came in like a super cute little, focus motherfucker. Came in a super cute little case. Yeah, Retro 51 by Rexha, and Rexha. I'm assuming that that's the like collab for this one. Anyway, beautiful pen, super thick ink. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. And I found out by accident that this is one of the very few ones that just doesn't smudge when you write on the main page. So if anybody's looking for a good pen, check these bad boys out. Gold Spot, Retro 51, really, really, really beautiful pens. So you might end up seeing my face in some of these because I have to get right down here when I'm writing. But yeah, this ink, it's nice and thick. It doesn't smudge. Like once it's dry, she's dry. So you have a little bit of, like a little, it takes a little bit to dry down. But once it does, man, like I said, it doesn't smudge, it doesn't budge. It's beautiful. So Vent's okay. Big coming up for the month for setting that up. I'm not sure what my goals are going to be yet, and I don't think I love that they have that written down there, which makes no sense because it didn't matter before. Like I used it on my other ones and I didn't have any qualms whatsoever about it. But right now, I'm not digging it. I do not like that. So I got some stickers from Amazon, some blank stickers. And I think I'm gonna fuck around, decide my goals. I'll stick them in after. I did a trial run of one of the stickers and they're just like, they're 1/8 of an inch larger than these are, than the actual circles are. Oh my God, get off. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. We're not gonna write anything in these because I'm not positive. Things to remember, I'm just gonna cover that up because I don't use that. I don't use it as a things to remember. Let's see if we have, so again, I'm just gonna kind of copy over because I'm pretty good about adding stuff in here. So, after all that shit that I talked about how bomb they are and how they don't smudge and it stays perfectly put and blah, 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 would you fucking look at that? She smudged. Making me look like a liar. So you know what? We're not fucking around. I will waste all the tissues. We're not smudging in the new planner. Fuck that. Okay, June. Okay, we are done all of our birthdays. Okay, and I will reuse these tissues. Don't come at me. Just making sure everything's dry. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So next thing I can do, since I use the custom dates on every single one of my months, is if when I'm thinking about it, what I do is I go through and kind of add any of the big things to my actual, I add them. That sentence made no sense. Cool. 0 sense whatsoever. So next big thing for me is when am I at work? I've got 1,000,001 different highlighters. The ones that I'm really loving these days for my Plum planner, just because I find that the colors are beautiful and they kind of match fairly well too, are the Sharpie S Notes. So I highly recommend those for anybody who's looking for some highlighters for the Plum Paper planners. Anyway, here at a glance, she done. I think we're gonna do fun pink for vacation. Cause that's stolen days and we like that. We like us some good stolen days. Okay, so let me have that. For May, we'll go through and we'll set it up. Got a big old sticker book. I love me some stickers. Many, many moons ago, I actually got custom stickers made by Plum. So we should not be even the least bit surprised that Plum has these. Plum, you can customize everything, man. This is another bomb thing that they do. You can create custom stickers. So I have ones for rent due, written in the stars, which is just kind of like a funny way for me to put any like fun astrological things and transits, things like that. I enjoy that. But I also made stickers for fly day to work and fly day home. And then my payday and then my talus to put like actually in the days. So these are the 7x9s. I didn't get any special stickers made for the A5 and I'm kind of glad for that because obviously now I don't want to use the A5. Now I'm back on the 7x9 here. So close that bad boy for now. So we know for me, for May, I fly to work on that day. So we don't love this. Where do we stick it? Let's stick it right there. Okay, it mostly fits in there. Okay, and I'm just gonna keep it open on this one because that makes life a little bit easier when I have it in front of me. But then I know, oh my God, I don't come back until June. Man, that. I love having my 3 weeks off, although it goes far too fast, but I hate being away for 3 weeks at a time. What a nightmare that is, man. It goes way too fast. Way too fast at home, takes way too long to get there. So I know I'm flying back. Fly day home on the 6th. Wah. Fuck, that's depressing. And then in June, again, I'll go to the 26th. I know that I have to fly back to work on that Wednesday. I don't particularly care about the stickers being straight either, obviously. We'll do this into July just because. Just because we're already here. And I don't like the thought of not having even stickers. Okay. Shroop, fly day home. Cool. I think they're changing our paydays for work too, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself on this one, but whales get paid the 15th and the last of the month. So I know that's a fly day to work. I know that's a payday. I probably should put that under priorities because money. And then I know I'm going to get paid on the last day of the month. So there we go. 31st. We'll do June's just because we're doing a quick little setup here. And it makes it a little bit easier. And there's only 2 payday stickers left on this sheet anyway. So we don't get paid on Saturdays. We get paid the Friday before when it lands like that. So payday is actually on the 14th. You know what? I'm actually not going to be sad when we go to the proper bi-weekly pays instead of the like 15th and 30th or last, whatever. Because as you can see, it's never actually like consistent here. Sometimes it's on a Friday, sometimes it's a Wednesday, sometimes it's a Monday, sometimes it's a Tuesday. So it's kind of hard to map things around, especially where like my bills, most of my bills I try to have coming out at like bi-weekly kind of thing. So I know my car is every second Friday. So it just doesn't always kind of line up. Like my car night might not be due that week. It might be the following week, but then, do you know what I mean? Anyway, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares but me. So anyway, those are the special stickers that I have that I got made for this. My fly days, my rent, we already know what day of the month. Anybody who rents knows what day of the month that shit's due. Boring. Struggling here. Jesus. Today what I really, really want to get done is actually setting up the rest of this week, the remainder of this week. It's making me a little bit anxious that I don't have it done already. So we're on Wednesday today. So priority was that rent was due. Oh, okay. Before we go any further here, this is my favorite planner pen of life. It's the Hobonichi Techo. So my mom got me a Hobonichi for Christmas. It's beautiful. I love it, but I'm terrible at having to be that creative every single day. So I still haven't found a way to make it work for me. Hopefully I will. But the pen, when I first got it, I was just like, oh, cool. It's like those ones that you have in elementary where you just like click and pick your color right on. No, bomb, 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 bomb. I instantly took it back. As soon as I used it, I was like, okay, I need more of these. So Ma hooked it up. I have a couple extras. Love them. But maybe I'll zoom you in a little bit here. Okay. Anyway, we're going to use a Hobonichi because that is my favorite one for mapping stuff out. So the way that I have been doing this, I basically just make little squares that I can check off, and I end up using my highlighter to show it once I've actually done. I use the red on this one if I'm like striking something through because I didn't do it. But anyway, big ones for today were recording this damn video. 7x9 video is what we're gonna call it. Ooh, I had to pick up some packages, which I did do. I was supposed to go for a walk with one of my best friends, but I completely lost track of time. So I'm thinking that's probably gonna move till tomorrow. So I'm not gonna put that on there. My gratitude, what am I grateful for today? I am grateful for the Headspace sleep course that I've been doing. I am, great. I made a bomb dins last night from the Thug Kitchen cookbook. Any other like vegetarians or vegans, if you've used the Thug Life, the Thug Kitchen, all of their cookbooks are bomb. Anyway, I made a bomb chickpea and broccoli burrito recipe last night and had it again for leftovers today. So I'm grateful for Thug Kitchen recipes. And my gratitude calendar from and I'll show you why in just a minute, because I think instead of a weekly overview, what I want to do is a quote this week. And the quote, oopsie doodles, the quote is actually going to be one of the funny ones from the witticisms calendar. So I'll show you that one in a second. Those are things I'm grateful for. Okay, so the things that I wanted to transfer over, I think I told you guys this already, but I do like to track how long I've been smoke-free, what my body battery is when I wake up, and how many days I've been vegetarian. So we're gonna see how this goes, because that'll take 3 lines as it stands right now. So right now, what are we on? This is Wednesday, so I am 173 days smoke-free, which is huge. I am 118 days vegetarian. And my body battery was shockingly at 70% when I woke up this morning, but I do not feel like it, man. I was so tired. I ended up taking a rest day. I was just so fucking tired today. So workout, we did not do one. Today was a rest day. How do I want to write that in? I do kind of want that to be fun. So, ooh, you know what? Hold on. Hold the line. This is where we start using fun pens, friends. This is where the fun stuff comes in. What color do we want for today? Let's do... I don't love the color red. We're not going to use that one. This one I know I fucking love though. This like Merlot color. So today was a rest day. Wow, my writing is trash. That's the only other thing. I have a really hard time writing and writing well next to the coil, but here we are. So anyway, rest day today. We might throw some stickers in there. I might try to make that look pretty later. Who the fuck knows? But if you can, I'll bring it up close. Wonder if you guys can. Oh yeah, pretty shiny. So I love that. I don't know if I am fucking loving this right now, to be honest. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so those are those major things I need to worry about. Other to-dos that I had today. So that's basically the big stuff for, that was the big stuff for the day, man. Okay. We have, what did we do today? We did record the video. We did pick up packages. I did take the garbage out. I did not do that. And we did set up the planner. So we can, oh, you know what? Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll tie it all in. Check, 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 check. Nope, Slack. Can't check that off. Might do gratitude in a different color too. Anyway, I don't love the writing on the rest day. I don't know how much of that you guys can see if I try to fix it up, but here we are. That's gonna drive me batty. I don't normally like thicker pens just because I don't like my writing in thicker pens as a general rule, but especially on that last little column. You know what? She's a lost fucking cause. This is where we are. She's a lost fucking cause. Okay, so that's for today. We need to priorities for tomorrow. Again, gratitude is one that I want every day. So I think I am going to carve out those bottom spaces for gratitude. We're going to close this up. And I love the ruler that comes with the Hobonichis. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have a whole lot of orangey ones, I don't really want to have a whole lot of orangey ones. We're just going to use a fountain pen. Okay, so just so we can kind of separate that so that I know that, oh, that actually blends really well. Ooh, la la. Okay. Anyway, that's just kind of delineating. I know that those ones are going to be my gratitude. It's not the end of the world if I have to do this every week. Spend a little bit of time. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I like that. So we have the gratitude section divvied out, because that is a non-negotiable. Saturday, so Saturday is always my house cleaning day. So clean the apartment. Yeah, I'm digging how much space I have for this versus like the old one. It worked. Like I had a little bit more for writing things out, but then all I had was these like little spots for, again, me trying to like track certain things, or I'd have to try to use those for my gratitude. Like it's kind of evolved as I've gone on, but it did start off with like me doing my countdown for how long I'd not been smoking, and then things that I was grateful for. But like I said, I keep kind of adding stuff in, and then this is where I had been like putting in my priority stuff. And I've also been writing in, hey, look at me go, these ones. But anyway, I had been fucking around with stickers. I was writing in my readiness scores for every day. I went from tracking macros to tracking proteins, so that was kind of how I like baby stepped into it. But yeah, like I said, I didn't have enough. I just didn't have enough space. I didn't have enough space for all the things that I wanted, and I think that's where I started getting frustrated. And I stopped being super consistent. Like I missed chunks of days, especially at work. Like I was bad. I was super, super bad at work. And I was bad at like tracking certain things. And I stopped even like coloring shit in by the end of it, because I just got just so over it. Just not enough space for stuff, right? I had to keep like crossing shit out. I had a really bad set of days off last days out. Anyway, there wasn't enough space for stuff, is the moral of that fucking story. We talk too much. Back to this. Saturdays, so we're gonna clean the apartment. My number one for Sundays is always my self-care Sunday routine. Number one. I do usually try to get up in the morning and write whatever my to-dos are. It kind of depends on the day, how things are going, what the weather is. And we do have our habit tracker here. So I'm going to transfer that stuff over because it does kind of cross over. Cool. And I've always done my habit trackers in kind of like a rainbow. I'm a very visual person. I like seeing the colors. So we are gonna start I leave these specifically in their little, like in their container too, so that I can kind of grab them in order and I will always remember what that order is. But my readiness was over 75, so that's a yep. Sleep was over 75, that's a yep. My protein was over 90. Monday, nope, Monday was a rest day too, I think. Fuck, I was tired. So I didn't exercise, but I did meditate on Monday night before bed. So cool, that's pretty. Tuesday, readiness score was bomb, so we get to color that one. My protein was good. I went to the gym yesterday and I meditated before bed, so I get to knock off all of those, all of the things. Today, readiness was good, sleep was good, protein was good. Did not go to the gym, so we're not going to fill that one out. And I am going to meditate before bed. So we get to color those ones in. So anyway, it kind of goes as like a rainbow as the week goes. The only other thing I'm going to do, is that all my major stuff for the week? Yeah, because again, I didn't expect to have anything planned this week. It was just kind of like an oyster week. Okay, so the only other thing we're gonna do is add in our quote at the very top. Again, not positive how that's gonna look each week. That's gonna be kind of like an evolving thing. That's the other thing I love about getting new planners too, is I always get to switch up what I'm doing. So, you know what? I had goals for the week. I had a bunch of shit that I did want to do. So maybe I'm going to leave that for up here. Not even so much a weekly overview, but this is shit that I need to do. So maybe this one is going to be our quote. So as we said, what a mess. You guys need to see this, like just shit everywhere. And I'm such a tidy, organized person too. So this is actually driving me fucking crazy right now. Anyway, the Wititudes, which was one of today's gratitude items. It's like a daily tearaway calendar. Again, from my mom. All the cool shit that I get is from Ma. She gives the best gifts and she's just such a fun human being. So anyway, the Wititudes are basically just like funny sayings for every single day. I liked today's. I'm really over this working for a living shit. Hilarious. That one will get torn off and saved. I save every single one just because I think they're funny and I like keeping them. But I picked out a bunch that genuinely made me laugh out loud that I actually want to put as quotes in here. So I think, you know what, we're going to start with this very top one. This one makes me fucking LOL. I refuse to argue with anyone born after 1990. They don't even know how to write in cursive. I think I'm actually gonna write it in cursive just to extra be like, suck it, children. Oh, by the way, I was born in 89, so I'm just barely made the cut there. But here we go. Okay. So true, man. Most of them don't know how to fucking write in cursive. That's wild to me. How do you make a signature if you can't write in cursive? You just print it? Like, that's fucked. I don't get it. Blows my mind. Anyway, I don't know if I want to put maybe I will. Maybe we'll know that this one came from Wititudes, and this was on January 11th, 24. LOL. So what I might do later on is go in and maybe I'll color that. Maybe I'll put something shiny over it. We'll see. I love seeing other people's planners because they have like the pretty washi tape or they have the funky colors. I've got so much fun stationery. I've got these like beautiful like glittery highlighters because glitter makes my little heart happy. And I've got like the clean dots that people are, oh yeah, that's the other thing. So I think I want to just start trying to do the clean dots for my like daily to-dos instead of doing the squares, and then I could just check them off. This is going to be evolving. This is going to evolve as we go. So we have our quote in for the week. LOL. Only other thing I do want to do is I want to transfer over the last couple things that I did, the shit that I wanted to do this week that I've obviously fucking slacked on getting around to right now. And maybe I can add that into the rest of my days of the week. So that's my running to do. That's the only other thing I did actually want to do. I might leave that for this kind of running to do because I like being able to pluck as we go. So maybe we'll leave weekly overview. Maybe that's what weekly overview will mean in my world. So super, super basic. Didn't get it as like fun and jazz as I wanted it again. I think that's just because I left this way too fucking late. It's literally the 1st of May and that's when it started, and I normally like to have my weeks mapped out like a good chunk of time in advance. Like we'll end up, you know what, for shits and fucking gigs here. I usually do map out like Saturday or Sunday at the latest. We'll add that to Sunday. Map out planner. So I know that I want to do it for next week, and we might even, maybe we'll start recording those too. What else do we have? What's big priorities, man? I need to check in with Mikey. So that's going to be my priority number 3 for tomorrow. I should double check with Jen. I should see when she's free. But maybe we're going to FaceTime on Friday. Let's plug that in. That makes sense. Nadia, I'll reach out and we'll see if she's free this weekend. Okay, right. And the other thing, I know that I want to have... Ooh, that's tricky too, because I know that I want to have my body battery, my smoke-free. Okay, so you know what? You know what, friends? Every time I think that we're done this video, it just fucking carries on, doesn't it? Okay, we're gonna block that off because I already know that this is where we're gonna be talking about our countdowns, count-ups, tabs. I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. I'm tired. Body battery's at 33%, which is pretty healthy for me, but don't let that fool you. I'm bagged, man. We're gonna go to bed after this. Okay, so I have that delineation. So also means, see, I don't love the weekends for that, man, because I don't get to put my workouts. I don't have the space for my countdown. So maybe what I'll do is, maybe I will make that. That's going to be my workout. Oopsie doodles. Okay, and the one above it can be my body battery, my smoke-free, and my vegetarian. Does that make sense? I think so. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out, my friends. Let me know in the comments, is everybody else as like indecisive and all over the place when they're setting up new planners with me? Or is that just like, does everybody actually know when they're going into it what they're gonna do? Because again, I literally am employed as a planner and I fucking struggle with this every single day. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna split this into thirds. So they're gonna be my smoke-free, my vegetarian, and my body battery. Right? Right. So we are gonna do smoke-free, vegetarian, body battery. Smoke-free, vegetarian, body battery. We'll see how that ends up. We'll see how this ends up being. But this is gonna be my workout, and this is gonna be my workout. Because Sunday's usually long run day, so actually I should put that in there while we're talking about it. That's the goal. I wonder. We're gonna come back to this. Okay, I think this is plenty for you guys for today. If you're still here and listening, following along, thank you very, very much. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your time. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is actually review we'll review this week and see how it ends up turning out when we map out next week's planner on Sunday. Yeah, that'll be our plan. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much for your time. If you enjoyed this or found anything helpful or inspiring, or didn't mind just my stream of conscious as we made our way through setting up the new planner, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. You can go ahead and subscribe as well. That way you can get notified when I do put out the new videos for either the planning and the planner updates or the art that we're creating or some life stuff. I am building a kitchen pantry, hopefully Friday, assuming that it arrives, because my apartment does not have a whole lot of space when it comes to the kitchen, but I love organization. So I think I might actually record that and kind of show you guys what I do for my kitchen organization. So come on back if you want to see more planner stuff, random art that we're going to do, and just random life organization and just life stuff. Have an awesome week wherever you may be, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.